Hello, and thank you for joining us here on Next Level Sports. I'm Jess Liptzin, and for today's NPB matchup, we have the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters, who come in with a record of 35-49, hosting the Saitama Seibu Lions, sitting at 45-38-1. Completely different stories for the two of these teams, as one sits atop of the Pacific Division in first place. That is the Fighters, of course. Or that is the Lions, of course. And the Fighters a little different, sitting 10.5 games back right now. However, they're looking to change it, and they have been kind of changing it with a few wins in the recent weeks, especially a sweep over the SoftBank Hawks. So it'll be an interesting matchup here as they host this one. And on the mound for the Fighters is now Yuki Uwasawa. And going for the Lions, it's going to be Kono Takahashi. Right there, getting into the plate. Stepping into the plate is Shohei Suzuki, hitting .202 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs on the season. As that one is fouled back. Missed 0-2. Just missing. 1-2 now. This is Uwasawa's 7th season in the league, as that's going to be a ground ball through the hole and a base hit. The first one of the day, courtesy of Shohei Suzuki. It's actually Uwasawa's 8th season. This year, in 16 games, he's got a 5-5 record in 105 innings pitched. 87 hits given up, 9 home runs allowed, 33 walks, 93 strikeouts, 34 of the 36 runs have been earned runs, posting a 2.91 ERA. So pretty good to show right there as Aito Otaki steps up to bat. Now with the man on first. Otaki shows bunt, he lays one down, right back to Uwasawa to throw over to first and 1 away, as Suzuki does move over now to second base. Uwasawa, of course, only halfway through the season, or a little bit more, of course, but his 4th highest strikeout total in his career. So this season he has been extremely dominant, arguably his most dominant self. As he drops that one in there for a foul ball to Tomoya Modi. She's going to be laid in for a called strike as Modi watched that one go by. 0-2 count here. This season, Modi's hitting .247, a much bigger drop than in the past. Has not finished the season below .250, that was in 2020. And then after that, didn't finish a season below .275, so 247, unlike Modi. She's looking to change it and watches that go by for a ball. And the pitch swung on, fouled away. Just fouled. So here we go with the 1-2 from Uesawa. And that one's going to be high. Your lineup for the Lions today is Shohei Suzuki, Aito Otaka, Tomoya Modi, Kotaka Yamakawa, Mian Ting Lu, Brian O'Grady, Shuta Tonosaki, Jansen Witte, and Haruki Yamada. We saw Suzuki get a base hit. Otaki bunt him over. So here we find ourselves with a 2-2 count to Modi with one away. And a man on second. Swung on and popped up. Looks like Matsumoto is there in center to make the play, and he is, as he gets it in really quickly to prevent Suzuki from tackling. So now 2 away. Stepping up is Kotaka Yamakawa. That is swung on. Missed for strike one. That one is a ball. 1-1. This season, Yamakawa in 80 games has 284 plate appearances that have resulted in 237 at-bats. And he has a 283 batting average to show for it. He's got a ton of power, 27 home runs, leads the league, and his 56 RBI. low, 3-1. Well, Uwasawa has 2 outs here. You know, has gotten 2 of the 3 batters out that he's faced, and you know, really had Suzuki just, you know, grasping for a good pitch, and which he got contact on. He has though had struggled a little bit per at bat, as that one's going to be popped up behind home plate and out of play. So here we go, Uwasawa gonna pitch here with the full count and 2 away. Pitch, fouled away again. Seventh pitch of this at bat now. Outside and ball 4. So Yamakawa wins this battle, as now it's going to be Niang Ting Wu try to score the run at second base. Try to take advantage of the base runners you have here in the first inning. If there's anything about the Fighters, it's their pitching can be dominant. You know, you might not get a ton of runs from this lineup. However, the pitching can really be explosive, and so you can't take anything for granted here, as Ting Wu's got 3 home runs and 49 RBIs on the season. First pitch, ball outside. Here. 2-0. And that's a ground ball out of play. So now we have a 3-1 count here. Ting Wu. Uwasawa's gotta allow his defense to make the plays. I know you have a man in scoring position, but you do have 2 away. Take advantage of the good defense your team plays. Pitch. Popped up right around the infield. Yukino Moto's going to be there to make the play, and he does. So, no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on base. We move on. It's next level. And welcome back here on Next Level Sports. I'm Jess Liptzin as the Fighters get a chance to put some runs on the board here for the first time as they step up to bat here. And leading them off is Go Matsumoto, the hottest hitter in the NPB right now, posting a .352 batting average. It's hard to put him, wherever you want on a lineup, which is always a good thing to have that type of problem, because you don't know if you want him to be hitting in runs, him to get the most at-bats to try to get an inning going, as you can see right there. Far and away in front, as that one's a shot, but nice play made by Yamada. Haruka Yamada reaching out to steal a base hit, and he does a little dance to celebrate. Wow. Able to stay on his feet there. Really impressive, as we'll take a look around the bases and who's playing where. At first base is Jansen Witt. At second base, Shuta Tonosaki. Shortstop, like we said, Haruka Yamada. At third base, Nien Tinru. In right field, Aito Okaki. In left field, Brian O'Grady. And in center field, Shohei Suzuki. Behind home plate is Tomoya Modi. And on the mound is Kono Takahashi. As for the Fighters, there you go, Kami Kawabata steps up to bat. As that one's going to be a ground ball up the middle to Yamada and out number 2. And Fuke Kondo now will come up. Takahashi this season in 15 games is a 6-6 record. He's pitched 38 innings, where he's given up 80 hits, 6 home runs, 33 walks, and has 63 strikeouts. All in all, it shows for a 2.66 ERA. He is on track to have his best season of his career. So throw that one in there for a strike. 0-1 to Kondo. A little high and outside. 1-1. Full count here to Kondo. Got 2 outs. Kondo trying to get a 2-out rally started here. Got 3-2. Swung on and ground ball down the line, foul. That one's lofted into center field but the play is made by Suzuki, as that will do it for the final out of the bottom of the first inning. Takahashi saw 3, had 3 go down. We move on, it's next level. And I want to welcome you back here on Next Level Sports as we move to the top of the second inning. As Brian O'Grady will step up to the plate. He's got 12 home runs, 37 RBIs, and a .235 batting average. Those home runs came the last time the Lions played against the Fighters, as that one's fouled back. Beautiful day at the stadium today. Fans loud here in the Sapporo Dome. Nice day outside, but weather, of course, not a factor here in the Dome. As that pitch is thrown in there for a second strike, it's 0-2. The 1-2. That one is popped up. Good play. Oh, Young is there to make the play, and he does. One away. Their first pitch is a strike to Shuta Tonosaki. Tonosaki this season's hitting .218, slugging .337, and an on-base percentage of .287. That is his career low, or since 2016. He's been on the Lions since 2015. As he flies that one down the right field line, and that's going to be foul and out of play. Now. Fouled away again. That one's high, 1-2. Take another look at that one. Beautiful pitch. In on the hands and just got a piece of it for Tonosaki. So we got the 1-2 here from Tonosaki. Swings and misses. Strike number 3 and 2 away here for Uwasawa. Taking another look at that one. Beautiful pitch. Kind of similar spot. This time Tonosaki not able to get his hands in on the pitch fast enough. That one is looped into center field, and it'll drop in for a base hit for Jansen Witte. And there is going to be a man aboard here for the Lions. A little 2-out rally here in the top of the second. Just kind of a little tweener. My travel baseball coach when I was younger used to call those the tweeners. Gotta get the tweeners, the ones in between the outfield and the infield. Some of the toughest plays today, or base hits to field, is now heading to Yamada. Is up in that. Did he go? Yes, he did. Didn't even need to look over there. Yamada kind of disappointed in himself for flailing at that. Here we go with the 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. That one is swung on and hit into deep right field. Daiki Asama there to make the final play of the inning. So, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. We move on to bottom second here on Next Level Sports. Hello and welcome back here on Next Level Sports. We move on to the bottom of the second inning as that first pitch, first hit of the day for Yuki Nomura and the Nippon Ham Fighters. And Nomura gets on board. Definitely a top 3 hitter on this team. You could argue he's second right behind Matsumoto. Especially in this little bit of a run that they've been on for the last week. Nomura has been a driving force in that. So now Wang Ko-jun step up to bat. He's hitting .53, 1 for 19 this season. Time goes by for a strike. Here. 1-2. Takahashi, I was just attacking the zone. Ho-Jun clearly not having the season he'd like to have as he's hitting below .60. And he swung on and misses that one as he does exactly just that as Takahashi sits him down for the first out of this inning. Really great pitch, a lot of movement on it, but at the end of the day, Ho-Jun probably swinging at a pitch he'd want to stay off of, as now it'll bring up Renato Nunez, who has 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, and is hitting .177 on the season. Watches that one go by for a strike. No Muda at first. One away here. And that one is going to be a ground ball. Looks like we got a little bit of a pickle here. No Muda is caught in. And that will do it. So a double play there. Nunez grounds into. Oh, it looks like he didn't. They never got Nunez out at first. Could have sworn they threw over to secure Nunez is out at first. Wow. They didn't get him at first. Jansen Witte coming off the bag before he catches it. So kind of a great job there by Yuki Nomura, allowing for Nunez to be able to get safe at first. So now it brings up Daiki Asama, and you thought you got out of the inning. Instead, you got one more out to go. The .223 hitting 4 home runs on the season for Asama. One now. Take another look at that one. Asama fouled that one away as he has a 1-1 count with 2 away here. That one is a ground ball up the middle and a base hit. So first and second here, and that Yuki Nomura base running continuing to look like it pays off as something is brewing here for the Fighters. As now Yushi Shimizu will step up to bat. Batting .200 this season. No home runs and no RBIs. Seeing if he can get his first RBI of the year with a man in scoring position here in the bottom of the second. Way inside for a ball. Swung on and missed. Ball 2. This is the first game of a 3-game set between these two teams. That one is thrown in there for a ball, and he did go, says first base umpire. I don't know about that, but it's a 2-2 count now. Seibu won their previous game on Thursday, July 14th, 2-1 over Chiba Marines. And the Nippon Ham Fighters won 6-0 over the Rakuten Eagles on a Thursday, July 14th matchup. The Fighters went on to sweep the Eagles and sweep the SoftBank Hawks, which really helped the team that they're facing right now, the Seibu Lions, get into first place. Strike 3, and he gets him looking. And that will do it for this inning. So 2 stranded on base. The score stays 0-0. We move on. It's next level. Welcome back here on Next Level Sports as we just move on to the top of the 3rd inning and the top of the order here for the Seibu Lions as Shohei Suzuki steps up to the bat. Suzuki got a base hit in his first at-bat. Now hitting .211 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs is a beautiful pitch there by Uesawa. Going to be a foul ball into Shimizu. Takes his mask off. He needs a second to recover. Probably got the wind knocked out of him there. It's a foul ball right back at him. Fighters are 6-8 versus the Lions this season. So they haven't been terrible. 2-game difference as that one is lofted into Go Matsumoto's glove as he didn't have to make much movement, just a couple steps forward as that is the first out of the inning here. So 1 away here as that first pitch to Aito is strike. He's not too happy with that one. Uesawa with an 0-2 count. That one is fouled away again. Uesawa up to 49 pitches here in the third. Step off, and him and Shimizu will have a little quick word. No problem with that. Here with a dangerous hitter, and it only gets harder with Tomoya Modi on deck and Hotaka Yamakawa in the hole. So get on the same page here. Try to get this. Do what you can to get this out right now. Pitches just off the plate. 1 and 2. As that one's a ground ball over to Nomuda. Nomuda with the nice play and on the first for the second out of the inning. Beautiful job and range shown there by Nomuda, able to really track that ball down. It was a chopper. That was a quick one. Hard to stick with it, but allowed the ball to meet the glove out in front end. And the rest was easy. Momentum kind of carrying him over to first anyway. So now Tomoya Modi is going to step up to bat. He'll be 245 this season. As he takes a big hack at that pitch and fouls it away. Quick 0-2 count here to Modi. Uesawa trying to get a 1-2-3 here. Pitch, fouled away. Never count on an at-bat to go down easy in the NPB. Going to be a lot of fouls, a lot of staying alive by the batters. Pitch that's going to be swung on and missed for strike number 3, and that will do it as the Fighters go get the Lions 1-2-3. We move on to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third here. Now is Go Matsumoto is going to ground that one over to shortstop side as Yamada makes the play, and the first out of the inning is away. That was also Kazunada Ishii. Matsumoto was on deck. I saw Matsumoto out the break, and that's all I could think about. Thought he was about to be out, but nope, that was Kazunari Ishii. So now Matsumoto steps up to bat with one away as Takahashi continues to deal on this nice afternoon. Matsumoto shows bunt, pulls it back, but it's a strike anyways. 1-1. Matsumoto lined out to Yamada in his first at bat. As that one's inside for 2-1. That one's fouled back. As that one is looped into left field and makes its way all the way to the wall. Matsumoto rounds first into second base with a stand-up double with one out here in the third inning. Nothing like Matsumoto trying to get something going here. So it'll bring up Daigo Kamikawabata for an interesting decision to make. This was no outs, of course he's bunted him over. But with one out here, you just try to get a base hit to move him over, maybe? You know, base hit could score him. Takahashi really making good work here with 37 pitches in the third. Kamikawabata steps into the batter's box. 287 batting average. That batting average makes me want him to just, makes me think he should just swing away and not lay down anything, but I am not the big boss, aka manager Shinjo. And there's a 1-1 count here. As that one's a ground ball, almost through the hole, but a nice play there by Yamada. However, Matsumoto moves over, so not entirely unproductive here. As now the first run of the game threatens is 90 feet away. Kensuke Kondo steps up to bat. He watches that one go by for a strike as standing a little bit closer to the plate, so that did look inside, but it just was not. It was over the plate. Right over the plate. Don't know what Kondo was looking at there. Now it's 1-2. the pitch. Ball. Low and outside. 2-2. Fighters fans are loud, hoping they can bring home Matsumoto, standing there at third base. We're here at the Sapporo Dome. And the pitch, just missing. 3-2. And that one is lofted into deep right field. Going back, Otaki there to make the play and the final out of the inning here in the third. So, one man stranded, Matsumoto left on third. We move on here, it's next level. So we are back here on next level. As you can see, the man right there, Naoyuki Uwasawa, still on the mound. 79 pitches in 5 innings so far, as we head fast forward just a little bit to the top of the 6th inning here. And leading it off is going to be the top of the lineup, Shohei Suzuki. As that one is flown into left field. There to make the play is Kensuke Kondo, and we got one away here. Both teams still not able to score in this one. Fighters have just been so dominant on the mound lately. The Lions trying to stay in first place. That one is a ball. Chiba-Rote Marines and the SoftBank Hawks game was postponed. That one is fouled away. Up to bat is Aiki Otaki. Swung on and missed there for a 1-2 count. And that one is a ground ball through the hole, and it'll make its way all the way to the wall. Going around first and into second base with a stand-up double is Otaki, as we got one out here. And the Lions threatening for the first time in what feels like a long time. Stepping up here is Tomoya Mori. Going on and missed. Might have gotten a piece of that one. Either way, we had a strike there for a 1 count to start this one off. Aito at second base right now. Not much of a stealer, but does have 7 of 8 stolen bases on the season. Was caught stealing just 1 time. So, might not run a lot, but when he does, he is efficient with it. This is really the first year that he's really getting into the base running more. Just prior to this year, he's only had 1 stolen base in 5 seasons. Here's a 2-1 count to Modi. High and inside. Had to dive out of the way for that one. 3-1. Looking for his 17th RBI on the season. Hoping to get a base hit and bring around Aito. Pitch high, so that will be ball 4. And now first and second here for Uwasawa. Throw over to second, not in time, but that was a good pick off attack there as Otaka Yamakawa stands at home plate. As you can see, they're leading the league with 56 RBIs. The 1-0 here. Chops foul. Here's the 1-1. First and second. Fouled again, 1-2. Some scores around the league today, as all the games have wrapped up. The Rakuten Eagles beat the Oryx Buffalo 7-3. Yomiuri beat Hiroshima, or lost to Hiroshima big time, 11-4. Huge game in that one for Hiroshima, as Kikuchi, Akiyama, and McBroom come away with 2 RBIs apiece. And Chono with 5 RBIs on the day. That one's outside for a ball. The Bay Stars beat the Swallows 3-2. And Shinichi beat Hanshin 3-1. That one is looped into right field. There to make the play is Asama, as he gets in really quickly and holds the runners at first and second each. So a big time out there. We're now 2 away, as Nian Tinglu is hoping to get the first runs across. That one is fouled away by Wu. Wu struck out in his first 2 at-bats. Hoping to get his first piece of contact here in the top of the 6th inning. The 0-1. Laid there right across the plate. 0-2 here for Ugasawa. Just misses. Tried to get him to chase a little bit out of the zone there for a 1-2 count. Showed the 1-2 here. Fouled away. Takahashi warming up, ready to come back in. This one, he's been pitching just as dominant, if not better than Uwasawa, just based off the pitch count alone. Uwasawa's up to 98 here in the top of the 6th, so I wonder if this is his final inning of work. So he sets up first and second here, the 1-2. Swung on, grounded right back to him. Throws over to first and in time for the final out of the inning. And this one stays scoreless. See if that can change it all going into the bottom of the 6th now. We move on. It's next level. Don't go anywhere. So with one away here, we are back here on Next Level Sports as Kensuke Kondo steps up to bat. Kami Kawabata grounded out just now, and Kondo will watch that one go by for a first pitch strike. 0-1. That one laid over the plate, but outside for a ball. 1-1 now. And that one is shot into right field. If fair, gonna be trouble. It is all the way to the wall. Kondo on his way to second. He dives in there for a safe. And Kondo with a big time base hit to bring up Yuki Nomura. So he looked like he got a little roughed up on the slide there. But nonetheless, big time base hit. Otaki got over there to the ball in time, tried to make a play on it, but just too far to hit. Now Kondo takes his lead over there at second. Nomura at the plate. He's hitting .291 now with 6 home runs and 31 RBIs. Looking to get that 32nd RBI in hopes of breaking this one open. Or at least just getting a run on the board. As that one is driven out into center field and gonna be off the wall. Kondo comes around third. He will score. And Yuki Nomura with an RBI base hit to get the Fighters on the board. And the first run of this game as the big boss is happy right there. Takahashi been so good all game and gives up his first run right there as he'll have his pitching coach come out to speak with him, and the infield kind of just come in here and set a game plan. They haven't been able to score yet on offense, so yeah, I'm sure they are going to be well aware of that man, Nomura at second from scoring. There's no way they were going to stop that one, though, as of course Uwasawa's got to be happy with that. He is now set up for the win. So now with just one out. Wang Po-jung up to bat, now 1 for 21 this season. He struck out twice in this game so far, so Takahashi just really needs to attack the zone the same way he's been doing to Po-jung all game long. Worry about getting the second out because you have Renato Nunez on deck, and while his average might not show it, he is dangerous at times. That one's in the dirt for a ball. 3-1 now. Fouled off. 3-2. Now 2 outs here. Hojun just struggling, and I mean, it's what's gonna happen when you're you're kind of new into the season, and everyone else around you is really in a groove. As Takahashi throws high to Renato Nunez, who has a 1-0 count here. Bouncer. And Muda stays out. Second. One here. Takahashi. Inside. 3-1. Takahashi really making good work, even though he's only given up the only run of the game. Only 89 pitches here in the 6th. As speaking of, Uwasawa looks like he could be coming back into this one. And Nunez rocks that one foul down the line. I always get nervous about those ones because as a spectator / fan, really no time to react on a laser foul down the line. A lot of MLB stadiums have been implementing a netting far down the line, almost to the foul hole, but nevertheless, it seems like everybody was all good there. I mean, sometimes you of course hope no injuries involved, but sometimes you see some spectacular catches, and I don't want to take away that either, so maybe they can come up with some compromise. Nevertheless, it's a full count here. Popped up right behind home plate. There to make the play is Modi. And he falls down, but he gets it done. Nice job there by Witte to make the final out, though. So, we have our first run of the game here. Still one man stranded. We move on. It's next level. And we are back here on Next Level Sports. As you can see there, a little bit of defensive alignment changes, as maybe a shown bunt there for Shohei Suzuki. I feel like Suzuki's just been leading off all of these innings that we've been coming up on, as we are in the top of the 8th inning here, and Yuki Nomura moved over to first base. Rotayachi has come in for Wang at So he moves over to third. We're on top of the 8th here, and not too many more opportunities for the Lions. They're going to need to hop on Uwasawa soon. He throws that one high. It's a 2-2 count here to Suzuki. 116 pitches for Uwasawa. That is a ground ball over to Ishii and went away. It looks like we might have a pitching change here. And that's exactly what we will have. So, Uwasawa's day is done. He finishes with 7 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. As you can hear the standing ovation given to him, and understandably so. He has been so dominant in this one, as you can also see a catcher adjustment there, as Ryo Ishikawa is going to come in for Yushi Shimizu. And into the game will be Brian Rodriguez. Rodriguez will have Aito Otaki, who had a base hit his last time up. And that won't be a base hit, as it looks like that'll stay inside the park. And a great play there by Rotayachi for the second out of this one. Really nice job by Yachi getting over there. Able to get a dangerous hitter out, as another dangerous hitter comes up to bat, Tomoya Mori. Brian Rodriguez this season in 7 games has an 0-1 record, has 3 holds. Combined 4 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 4 hits in that time, 5 strikeouts, and 1 earned run for a 1.93 ERA. As that one is going to be a strike. It is really a typical Rodriguez situation. Come in mid-inning, try to get maybe 1 or 2 more outs, as well as a dominant pitcher, though, to come in and, salvage the small lead that they might have. As that one is laid in there for another strike, so 0-2 already to Modi. was fouled away. Fouled again. This time it'll stay in the park. Be an insane grab. And a good attempt there by Yachi, but just out of his reach as Modi stays alive. Fans loving the effort there. Just out of the reach. So here we go. 5th pitch of the at-bat coming up. An 0-2 count with 2 away. Rodriguez to Modi. Outside. 1-2. First changeup of the at-bat right there. And that's going to be a ground ball over to Nomura. Playing a nice job at first there. As the corner fielders do a nice job helping Rodriguez get out of this one. We move on. It's next level. And so we are in the bottom of the 8th inning here, and we get it going with a strike from Minosuke Moriwaki. So Kono Takahashi's day is done, and boy, was it a good one. Couldn't get any run support, so he might have a tough memory of it, but nevertheless, Takahashi pitched very well, going 7 innings, 8 hits given up, 1 earned run, and 5 strikeouts. Pitch in on the hands, Kami Kawabata, and the play will be made. Nice job getting over there for Ting Wu. So it looks like we have a little bit of a sub there as Wu moves over to first. Coming out of this game is Wite and Kakuro Yamanobi with the play there. So a couple defensive changes for the Lions, as now stepping into the batter's box is Kensuke Kondo. A long double his last time up, as he watches that one right by his eyes, going for a ball. And that one is going to be popped up Suzuki in the area, but it will be made by the left fielder Shinya Hasegawa, who is coming for Brian Grady. Taking a look at Yuki Nomura's last time up, the only run of this game, the RBI double. Coming up to a much different situation, though, as he has no one aboard for him and 2 outs, as he is 3 for 3 on the day, hitting .293. That one is dropped in there for a strike from Moriwaki. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Really nice pitch there for Moriwaki. The 0-2. Just missing. 1-2. Like you get Nomuda swinging a little bit outside of the zone there. The 1-2 just misses again. 2-2. So here we have the 2-2 for Moriwaki in the dirt. Full count now. It does get easier after Nomuda, so Moriwaki doesn't need to force anything here. However, just a one-run deficit. You don't want the fighters to be able to get a chance to, score any more. That being said, I don't think I attacked Nomuda the same way I might attack somebody else. He does it anyways, so it doesn't matter. Strike 3, and the fighters go down 1-2-3 as we stay right here on Next Level Sports as we move on to the 9th inning. The Lions desperately needing to get onto the board here, or their day will be over as Naoya Ishikawa steps up to the mound. So Brian Rodriguez not asked to do a lot today. So Taka Yamakawa is going to be the batter for Ishikawa. 1 pitch, 1 strike. Yamakawa watches that one go by for a ball as that one kind of bounced a little bit before the plate, and then Ishikawa not able to make the clean play on the receiving end. So we have a 1-1 count here with no outs. The Lions trying to get onto the board for the first time in this one. The Fighters have not allowed anyone to score on them for now the past 2 games. Of course, they shut out the Rakuten Eagles last game, July 14th, and it was on July 13th in the 2nd inning. Actually, it was the 8th inning. They did score in the 8th, so. Now, back-to-back shutout games so far. Can the Fighters finish the job here? It's 2-2. Ishikawa with the pitch. Ball outside, 3-2. Swung on and missed. Yamakawa goes down swinging. And Ishikawa, 1 out, 1 strikeout. And I think the Fighters really just brought Ishikawa in just to get past Yamakawa, the dangerous hitter there. And I think they're going to have a pitching change here. I don't hate it. Just you get Ishikawa to strike out one of the most dangerous hitters in baseball right now. They might keep him in because he's in a groove, but nonetheless, they will take him out. So coming in to pitch for him is Mizuki Hori. The lefty Hodi comes in for his 33rd game. In 32 games, so he's got a 1-2 record with 4 saves, 10 holds, has a 4.55 ERA. He's given up 10 walks this year, but has struck out 27 and has given up 32 hits in 27 innings pitched. 3 of those hits have been home runs. So stepping up here is Nian Tingwu. As that is a chopper over to Kami Kawabata and on to first for the second out of the game, of the inning. And the Lions are down to their final out in this one. So Hodi only needed 1 pitch to get 1 out there. Now coming up to bat would normally have been the dangerous Brian O'Grady, and I say that dangerously, maybe not in all of NPB, but against the Fighters he has been dominant. Instead, we have Shinya Hasegawa. That first pitch is a ball. Hasegawa in 11 games this season has 32 at-bats, gotten 5 hits, 2 of them doubles, 2 RBIs, and 1 stolen base on the season, hitting just 156 with 8 strikeouts. Trying to keep his team alive here. Down 1-0 in the top of the 9th. He's got a 1-1 count from Hodi. And that one is blooped foul. And the Lions down to their final out. Final strike. A 1-2. Nomuda, the lone RBI so far, watches on. Fielders get set. The 1-2 here from Hodi. Way outside. 2-2. So the 2-2 here. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that will do it. The Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters shut them out in a 1-0 win here on Next Level Sports. I thank you for tuning in all game.